Hey! Are you the winner of the Sandbox Sports Podcast Fantasy Football League?
Yeah, how'd you know?
I can tell from the ring.
I might swerve through that draft day. Whoa, you know me, man. We are back, and that season over with, bro. So we on the draft season, baby. Shout out that boy Drake May. Shout out to my Pats. Sorry to see you go, Gerard, but we ready to rock. But we here, baby. It's your boy Chris and my special co-host, my forever co-host. Hit him up, Maul.
Yes, sir. It is your boy Marlon. You know I'm rocking that gang green. I don't even know where Chris got his jersey from because North Carolina was ass this year too. Hang it up. Hang it up. But, I have little to no room to talk because the Jets were sorry this season. And if we're talking about fantasy football, shout out to the Sandbox League. It was a stellar, fun year.
Stellar.
But I ended up with the same record as the New York Jets.
Sheesh.
I'll take it. I gotta deal with some sort of challenge because I came in last place. But nonetheless, we have a special guest for you guys. Big shout out to the winner of the 2024 Sandbox Big Money Fantasy League. Give a round of applause to Olu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
Yes, sir. We wanted to give Olu a nice little intro. Swerve in that corner. But, we're going to let brother cook. We appreciate you for a stellar season this year, man. Tell us how it went, bro.
Hey, man. Y'all know draft night. I had the 10th pick. Shout out to AB. Shout out to Antonio Brown. Your boy Jamal had the 9th. Draft night, I'm trying to tell Jamal, the 9th pick isn't bad. The 10th pick,
Right.
you got back-to-back picks. It's not bad. You just have to be smart. You just have to be vigilant with your picks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Boom. We drafting. I'm like, damn, draft going by. First round pick, I had to pick my boy AJ Brown.
Had to.
That's my dog. I had to. The last time I did a fantasy football league, he was the reason why I won. So I'm like, I gotta pick him again. Then, as it come back, I see was I last pick or was Jamal last pick?
I was last pick. That's why I came in last. But I was going to let you rock. I was last pick, bro. I was last pick.
I was like, wait.
So I was going to let you rock.
Yeah, I was ninth.
Mm-hmm.
But I was projected to be last after the draft.
That's right.
Don't forget that note. So, boom, pick my boy AJ Brown at 9. Swinging back to second round, I needed a running back.
Had to.
Last year, I'm seeing my wife and I, we went to a Jaguars game.
Mm-hmm.
All you hear is Travis Etienne, running, catching, passing. I'm like, all right, cool. I draft this dude, bum.
Garbage.
Complete bum. You know how I left on the table? Saquon Barkley. I could have had AJ and Saquon, but at the time, I'm like, I can't double dip, Same team, same buy. But I should have did it. In hindsight, it was the right move to do, but I couldn't do it. Then, draft. My strategy, football and basketball is different. I got a fantasy league in basketball, I got a fantasy league in football. But football, you need to go with youth.
Yes,
It ain't
sir.
like basketball where the youth don't really they don't really do that well. Football, you need that youth. So I'm like, I need to put some young players on my team, some sophomores, some rookies. Jaden Daniels. Goddamn, who else? Brian Thomas Jr. Goddamn, Brock Bowers. Goddamn, then I picked up Bucky Irvin. You know what I'm saying? Who else did I had? Then I had second year, McBride, right? Second year, third year?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? McBride, goddamn. Who else did I had? I think that was pretty much it. I had Drake London, picked up JSN. My team was star-studded. Rashee Rice, Nico Collins.
Okay.
My team was star-studded, but I just didn't have no running backs. But yeah, after the draft, they projected me last place. And you know the rest.
Right. Hey, let me tell you, I kept this to myself because I was also in the playoffs, Sandbox fan. But listen, I looked up at the rosters that was available. I was like, I remember I hit up Maul on the side. I was like, hey, Olu got Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Brian Thomas Jr. This is gonna be tough to beat that boy. You get hot at the right time, bro, and it's good to go.
That's what I was saying. Like my team was so stacked, but there was like my record wasn't showing that. Then I lost 3 matches, 3 total games by combined score of 5.5 points.
Oh my!
That's when I knew something was up. And then I'm like, I gotta make a trade. I had too many people. Rashi Wright, I had like 6, 7 star receivers, no running backs. I'm trying to
Yes,
trade
sir.
with everybody who want them. Nobody wants to trade with me. All right.
Well, this is where the season turned around for you, man. Could you dive into this trade a little bit?
Hey man, I made a trade. I don't even remember the trade honestly, but I had Trey McBride, Brock Bowers. I can't play them both, and I didn't want to play them
Right.
both. I only need to play one because, again, I had Rashi Rice, Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Drake London. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't start a tight end over those guys, so I'm like, yo,
Mhm.
I hit up Jamal. Yo, you want McBride? He like, nah, I don't want McBride. Even though he had no tight end, I don't even know what tight end he had at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, you want McBride? I'm like, yo, you want Drake London? No, I don't want Drake London. All right. I was selling these people like hotcakes. Nobody wanted the cakes.
Yeah, bro.
This is when Isaiah Likely had everybody in a frenzy.
Oh yeah.
Cats are spending their whole fab for Isaiah Likely.
Word up.
Yeah,
Well, here's my question, though.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Because you obviously had a really great draft at the end of the day, right? And the thing is, just a couple weeks ago, we hopped on here and talked about what draft day is going to look like next year. And everybody laughed at me saying Brock Bowers is going in the first round when my boy Olu really crafted a bomb squad of young cats. And you drafted right by Maul, so clearly you know what you're doing. Can you tell Maul about Brock Bowers, bro?
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why when I was trying to trade McBride, it was still like early on in the season, and it was a gamble. I'm like, all right, this guy, he's dedicated to get a lot of points, a lot of receptions. Trent McBride, but Brock Bowers, I'm like, I got to deal with the youth. This guy is going crazy. He was coveted coming out of high school, coming out of college, all the highest rated here, highest rated there. I'm gonna take a gamble on the youth, so I'm gonna take McBride. But Brock Bowers, any quarterback that played on the Raiders, they only saw him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta keep this dude, even though McBride was getting the same treatment. But hey, let me go with the youth, man. The dude is like 22 and he's balding, so you know he's hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Leonard Fournette was bald at like 16. He's in the NFL. He was going crazy.
Yeah.
So I had to.
True.
But he's definitely going first in the first round. He may go at the end of the first round, probably pushing second. Because I remember like when Kelsey and Kittle were going first round. I don't know if somebody may covet him like that, but we'll see.
Here's the thing. There's no knock to Brock Bowers. Let's just say that. Brock Bowers is him. Brock Bowers was him at the draft. Brock Bowers was arguably going to be a top 10 pick in the draft, depending on team needs. So we understand who Brock Bowers is. What happened with the Raiders, though, is that there was such a big question mark at the quarterback position. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, in the first 5 to 6 weeks, they also had, I don't want to call him a diva, but hey, it is what it is. They had Devontae Adams on the team.
Yeah.
He calls for touches. They didn't know what to do at running back. Let's just say that. So when everything just started dismantling, Brock Bowers was climbing through the bushes like Homer Simpson in that meme when he just appeared. That's what happened. And luckily enough, Olu struck gold trying to go and get Brock Bowers. Because if I'm not mistaken, he made that trade involving Trey McBride after Brock Bowers really took off.
Yeah. They were like, I think Brock Bowers was like doing all right, and then he was like trending upwards. So I'm like, all right, let me just gamble on this because I think the way I was thinking, I'm like, people would want McBride over a rookie tight end with quarterback issues. So that's another reason why I'm like, all right, let me try to trade this dude. If the tight end ends up sucking, I'll just go pick somebody else up. Whatever. But
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, man. What my man Olu figured out is you got to know when to gamble, and you got to risk it for the biscuit.
mm-hmm.
So we're gonna give y'all some more gambling advice, baby. That's what we're here to do. And y'all know the NFL playoffs is starting this week. And we're gonna pick each game. We're gonna tell you why and throw your bread on it. Olu's the champ, so I'm gonna let him start with his squad. You got the Vikings versus the Rams. Oh, who's gonna win this game and why, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a tough game. The way
Mhm.
Sam Darnold was looking against the Lions, it reminded me when he was seeing them ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Jamal know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Unfortunately.
That's why I'm like, holy crap! Every time he was throwing to Justin Jefferson, it was over the head. I'm seeing tweets. Sam Darnold would be the best quarterback if he was throwing to somebody that was 7'5". So I'm like, shoot. The last time the Vikings faced the Rams, they lost.
Mhm.
And then the next game they played, I forgot what game was first. The next game they played was the Lions. They lost too.
Mhm.
So before this loss, the only two losses they had was against the Lions and the Rams back to back. And now it's
Mhm.
again the same thing back to back. So I'm gonna go with the Rams. But I hope the Vikings win
Whoa.
personally. Personally, I hope they win.
Right.
But off of this performance, I feel like I don't know. When the stakes are too high, Sam Darnold he started reverting. That's me.
Whoa. Maul.
You know, I'd like to just start out with Kevin Connell is my favorite coach of the league.
He's great.
I just think that he knows what to do with the young quarterback. He has a great QB coach in Josh McCown. He has a great defensive coordinator in Brian Flores. But Kevin O'Connell is the guy. I would say to shoot Sam some bail. Justin Jefferson was getting clamped up yesterday.
Peter Robinson had that boy in jail, bro.
Bruh, Justin Jefferson was singing Akon and Young Jeezy last night. It was
But he ain't getting no help. When he was open, the ball was all over there.
Right. That is true, and that's what Sam does. Sam airmails things, and I just think sometimes he's like, I don't know, he's like playing that Madden mini game where you have to throw the ball and hit those circles or something. I don't know what it is. But I think Sam knows that this is bag time. And I think he realizes that if he doesn't do well in the playoffs, JJ McCarthy won't be on the move. But Sam will. I think he realizes if he doesn't do well this playoffs, it's going to be the same old Sam I Am story. So you know what? I think McVay is getting tired out a little bit. I think he doesn't want to be a coach much longer. I think Matt Stafford is on his way out. I think there's no answer towards who that receiver is going, who the number one receiver is going to be. They're injury plagued. I'm going Vikings, man. I'm giving the Vikings.
Yeah, I hope
I'll
he
tell you
wins too.
what. I'll tell you what. Look, Sam played poorly yesterday, but I think cats are sleeping on how good Aaron Glenn has been as a defensive coordinator this year. I think that's the guy that's going to be a head coaching candidate, and I think cats are sleeping on. I really don't think there's a harder place to go play right now than to go into Detroit with how them fans are hungry for a chip. So, like, you go from playing a Lions defense, who's banged up, but, like, you go from playing a Lions defense to the Rams D, who has a lot of young cats, but, like, who's guarding Jetta? Who's guarding Jordan Addison? Hell, who's guarding Aaron Jones? I just don't see it. I don't see it for the Rams at all, man. I would love to see what those odds look like. I might take it, especially if there's plus odds with the Vikings going on the road. Give me Sam in a bounce back, because even in that game when they played the Rams, Sam was dealing. I got him running that thing back through.
But the main issue is the pass defense of the Vikings. For some reason, it's tight in the first, second quarter. It's like cool. Then after that, it's like open season.
Yeah.
I don't. For some reason, all of a sudden, people's throwing for 300, 400 yards. Matthew Stafford was dicing last game, so I'm like, maybe a repeat of that. But we'll see.
I guess we'll see, man. Another game that I think is going to be fireworks. You got the Bucks versus the Commanders. Talk to me, who's winning that?
I'm not gonna lie, my boy Bucky Irvin. That's my dude, man. But my other dude, my MVP of my team is Jaden Daniels.
JD.
I'm gonna have to take the Commanders, man.
Ooh.
Whenever Jaden had to rise to the occasion, he did. The Eagles. What other
Mm-hmm.
team? When he that Hail Mary or that overtime throw, he always rose to the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be him.
Shout out to JD. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, Chris?
Talk to me.
That take ain't too far off. I'm gonna go with the Commanders too, and let me tell you why. Not only is Jaden Daniels arguably the rookie of the year this year. I mean, we could think of a few different people, right? Bo
Mm-hmm.
Nix is in the conversation. Even Brock Bowers is in the conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it boils down to it, let's talk about coaching and let's talk about the fact that Dan Quinn turned this organization around from guys who didn't even want to think about joining the Washington Commanders. I was going to say the most previous name. They didn't even want to think about it. Now, it is a landing spot for marquee free agents, and they've done so much to help that team.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say, maybe not so much, right? But let's talk about it. Terry McLaurin, solidified number one receiver.
Yes,
You
sir.
go and get you a shutdown corner, and you have a young secondary in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
A defense that's galvanized by Dan Quinn. And honestly, Kingsbury, he might be his name might be in the hat for a lot of head coaching vacancies too, just based on what he did.
Yes,
this
sir.
year. So, big shout out to the Commanders. I'm going to Commanders too, man.
Tell you what, I love the Commanders pick if they were playing the Rams because there's not a team in the NFL outside of the Bengals, which unfortunately they're not in, that I think is hotter right now than that Bucks team. Bro, when Baker plays with confidence, that is a tough team to go against. You got Jalen McMillan, the rookie, coming alive. You got Mike Evans doing what Mike Evans do. You got Captain Bucky doing what they do. Problem is, both of these defense ain't doing not a damn thing much. Really, the matchup that I'm looking for throughout this week is going to be Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore because it's always Royal Rumble when they get together. But
Thanks.
outside of that, man, I can't bet against Baker right now, bro. The confidence he's playing with, I don't know if there's a team in the NFC that want to see the Bucks right now, and I think the Commanders are going to see why it is. Give me the Commanders, man. Shout out to Commanders for a great season, but it might be over now. But another team in their division. You got the Eagles versus the Packers, which just seemed like more of a thing before Jordan Love got hurt. But let's talk to me. Oh, who's winning that joint?
You know, that was a tricky one. Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol.
Mm-hmm.
But I think who else is Kenny Pickett? I don't know if he's still hurt with his ribs or illness, whatever he had. Tanner McKee, he played rookie. He was doing all right, but then again, it's the last game of the season. Everybody does all right. So
Right.
who really knows? Then you got the Packers. You got Jordan Love. For some reason, they can't figure out how to get Jaden Reed the ball anymore.
At all.
Josh Jacobs, his touchdown machine. Christian Watson just tore his ACL.
Right.
Who else they got? Dontavian Wicks can't catch.
At all.
Not.
So to be honest, the game is really a toss up. I think Jair Alexander is out. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Eagles. I feel like no matter what, all the person has to do the quarterback, hand it off, and throw to Devontae and AJ Brown. You will be good.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yo, this game is more so of a toss up. This game is more so of a toss up, but it gets a little tricky when it comes to the quarterback position. First and foremost, I don't think Jalen Hurts is gonna sit out this game. I honestly think this was like his low key Bron attempt or Kawhi attempt to just chill until the playoffs. But what's even more or less favorable for the Packers is not only Jordan Love hurt, but Malik Willis also hurt his thumb in the same game when he came in to replace Jordan Love. Granted, I love the Packers defense, and I don't think that outside of Jair Alexander being hurt, I don't think that the Eagles are just that much better to just stop the Packers defense. That's the thing. I think depending on who's playing at quarterback for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, I mean, don't know if he's much better than Tanner McKee throwing the ball because that's not Jalen Hurts' repertoire. But I got the Eagles winning by maybe three. I give them 3 points, winning by three, and it is because the lack thereof steady quarterback play in Green Bay. But there's a kid out of New Jersey that plays for the Packers that is a dog. I think his name is. We were talking about him some months ago.
Oh, Rashawn Gary.
Rashawn Gary.
Yep, played against him in high school.
Different type of animal.
Yep.
And if Tanner McKee is back there, wild card weekend, something might be up because Mekhi Becton is playing right guard for you. And we know Mekhi Becton real well here in New York. So shout out to the Eagles. I think they win, but a close win if that.
That boy Maul sound a little bit like a hater, bro. Like, what you mean?
Oh,
Hey, let me tell you how this thing gonna go. Sunday roll around or Saturday, whenever they play. I think it's Sunday. They gonna pull up to Jalen Hurts and be like, "How many fingers am I holding up?" He gonna say 3, and they gonna say close enough. And he gonna play in this game. First and foremost, my man said, Jalen Hurts throwing ain't in his repertoire. Ain't in his repertoire. Truthfully, and you might be able to stand behind this. I don't really know if there's a more overrated team in the league than the Packers. I like Jordan Love. I like their youth. What have they done? What have they done
Yeah.
to warrant this level of like fear in teams? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I was shocked that they just lost to the Bears. That was shocking.
come on now.
Yeah.
But even more so, how can you question a 14-3 record? How can you question that? Because at the same token, the Lions and the Vikings arguably played the same schedule.
Yeah.
But the Packers are 1-4 in a division, or 1-5, I think.
I mean, but look at the division.
Yeah, it's
They
true.
They got the Lions, who is 14-2, and the Packers are what now? 13 and
They're 11-6, I think.
Are they?
Yeah, they fell off, bruh. I'm telling you,
I don't think so, man. We might have to check those numbers again. But in any case, they played the same games that the Lions played and the Vikings played, and we're holding them to. Well, yeah, I just think that it might be spooky if the Packers get past the Eagles. Let's just say that.
All right, well, I guess we'll see. I don't think so, but we'll see. Let's flip over to AFC, though, man. I really wish this was Bills versus Bengals. But since we don't got that, Bills Broncos, talk to me.
Before, during the draft, when the Broncos drafted Bo Nix, I was like, what the hell are they doing? And then, like, Sean Payton's like, oh, yeah, I wanted to trick other teams to get other players so I can get Bo Nix. That's our guy all along. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. This guy is a yards after catch merchant. I was hating on Bo Nix. But as the season went on, that guy got a cannon. Damn.
Low key.
Yo. But I'm taking the Bills. Like, come on now.
Easy.
Like, I feel like there's no explanation. Josh Allen, he's not going to choke yet. You know what I'm saying? He's going to choke later on. But
Yo, this game for me is when they're going to either crown Josh Allen with the MVP or give it to Saquon. But I got my first upset alert, man.
What?
I got my first upset alert. I think the Bills are going to fall to the Broncos, and let me tell you why. I think at the right time, let's talk about young talent because we addressed it earlier on in the episode. When it comes to young talent, at the right time, Bo Nix, he done took the Rookie of the Year from Jaden Daniels. Let's just say that. It's his award now. Second to that defense for Denver is arguably, if not the best defense in the league, top 5, for sure. Let's just say that. And Josh Allen, his weapons are depleted. I mean, he has injuries at the receiver core. I don't know when last Amari Cooper played. Like, there's sights of him, then there's no sight of him. He's on a milk carton one week. You got Khalil Shakur, who has a good game one week, who can't get past 20 yards another week. Keon Coleman?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, I think he
Slow.
played one game. Yeah, come on now. Like he played one good game this year, and it might have been against us. So kudos to you, Keon Coleman guy. But there's not much to really fixate your mind around other than Josh Allen, and it's gonna get real spooky for Josh Allen, that offensive line, when the Lions pass, not when the Lions pass, when the Broncos pass rush gets past that offensive line. I think this might be my first upset alert. It's going to be a low scoring game, and I got the Bills losing 17-14 to the Broncos.
With the score too. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this short and sweet. The Bills about to wash the Broncos.
Hey, hey!
I don't know, like, yo, the Bills about to wash the Broncos. Hey, I love Sean Payton. I've been really appreciative of seeing what Bo Nix is doing. But Josh Allen is not losing the first round, not in Buffalo. The Broncos are going to see one cat jump through a table, and it's going to be over with, bro. It's going to be over with. The Bills are about to wash the Broncos. Which, again, shout out to the Bengals. I think this would be different as the Bengals, but I'm about ready. Hey, Sandbox fans, go ahead and lock in the Bills watching the Broncos. I don't even know what the spread is yet,
Damn.
but I would even take the spread. Take the Bills and the points right now because it's going to get ugly in Buffalo. Man, Josh Allen going to lose to Bo Nix. Anyways, Texans versus Chargers. Who y'all got?
Chargers. For some reason, CJ Stroud just sucks.
Yeah, he's doing bad.
Like, I don't know what happened. Like, golly, it's like awful. And I traded for CJ Stroud, and I knew he was sucking. So I flipped him so quick. I'm like, hey man, who need a quarterback? I went through the damn teams. I said, oh, he need a quarterback. I said, yo, I'll give you CJ Stroud for Rico Dowdle. He said, bet. I said, oh, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Texans just suck. I don't know. I didn't even know they even snuck into the playoffs. It's probably because the AFC is like terrible. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, they had to work around who, the Saints.
No, the
The
Colts.
Saints in the NFC. They had to work around the Colts, and they had to work around who else is in
The
there?
Jags and the Titans.
Oh, well, there you go.
yeah,
Two teams picking in the top 5, by the way.
yeah.
Right. CJ Stroud just got hit with a little bit of Houston. He's enjoying himself a little too much. Walking out with Amber Roses and all that, but it's done up, CJ.
Yeah, it's
Because
over for him.
you done got hit with a quarterback who's arguably wanting to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league in Justin Herbert. I mean, he averages about 4,000 yards a year, and he finally has a coach. And guess what? That team is moving at the right time. This is what we talk about with football. When you hit your strides at the right time, it's hard for you to be stopped. And to be real, the Texans have been all over the place. They are just lucky to be, the forefront of that division.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the Chargers beating the Texans real bad, real bad. I got the Chargers beating the Texans by at least 14, and I don't even know who's receivers on the Chargers, but I know they're gonna be cooking up. That's the thing. I don't even know who they got. Lad McConkey. Beside him, I mean Jordan Palmer. I think that's his name, but I don't know who else they got over there. But they find ways to get the ball up the field. Give me the Chargers by 14.
Yeah, this is easy peasy too, bruh. The Bengals, pardon me, I'm going to get all thrown off because I wish Burrow's in there. The Texans can't block a sneeze with a piece of tissue at this point. Bro. That boy Stroud is running for his life. That boy looking at his line like, help me,
Yep.
help me.
Yep.
Like, nah, bro. Sorry, CJ. It's been a good year game, but you get the receivers healthy, get the line healthy, get your boy Tank Dell back out there. Shout out Tank Dell. But it's Chargers money line. Last but not least, the rivalry of all rivalries, Ravens Steelers. Who y'all got?
Honestly, that Zay Flowers injury is a little concerning
Yeah, it is.
because one thing about Lamar, he just spams. If it's one
Yeah.
dude that is gonna be open all game, he's gonna throw that one dude all game.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? But I think I'm going to take Lamar. I don't think, with the way this season has gone, I don't think the Ravens are going to allow themselves to lose to the Steelers. With the way the Steelers season, like, they were hot, and then they just been, ever since they've been coasting, they lost a little bit, and they've just been coasting. They just snuck in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take the Ravens. We're going to see. I think it's going to be a big game for Mark Andrews. For some reason, Rashad Bateman is turning into, like, Adam Thielen.
High key.
So I'm like, all right. So I got the Ravens.
Maul, let me go because I know where you're going with it.
I mean, what you mean?
Ah.
Can I just go? All right, my answer will be short. My answer's gonna be short. Okay.
Go ahead.
Give me number 22 in the backfield, man.
Okay.
That's just all I gotta say.
You don't got nothing to say about Mike Tomlin?
Give me Baltimore, man. Y'all know how I'm rocking. You know Tomlin ain't the guy. You know he ain't the guy. You know Tomlin don't got it when it's time to get it.
Right.
You know Tomlin is the coattail rider,
Oh, shoot.
limousine riding, style jacking. He ain't got it. Mike Tomlin don't got it. And it's playoff time, and guess what? Your run is up. Your run is up, Mike. Lamar, and arguably playing statistically one of his best seasons in his career, and Derrick Henry?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. Mike. Hey, yo, Mike. Hey, yo, Mike. Have a seat, brother. I ain't going to say nothing else. Chris, you got it, bro. But give me the Ravens, man.
Hey, shout out Omar Epps for coaching another excellent season. That boy Omar Epps is doing his thing in Pittsburgh.
Shout out to Omar Epps.
But it's over with, gang. So you can't lose 4 straight going into the offs, bro. You can't lose 4 straight going into the offs, especially when you're going against the MVP. And Josh Allen is on a short list of my favorite players in the NFL. Lamar Jackson is the MVP, bro. Lamar Jackson MVP, and he's gonna show it this game and for games going forward. Lock in Lamar to score a touchdown himself, a running touchdown, along with Derrick Henry to score. Get y'all some money this weekend on the easy matchup for the Ravens.
Yes,
Bye,
sir.
Mike.
Bye.
Bye, Mike.
Hey, we appreciate y'all for locking in for another fun episode of Sandbox Sports Podcast. We also appreciate our first annual winner, that man Olu, for coming in this league.
Yes, sir.
Showing some making noise. Talk to him, O.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll tell them bust out my AP. Perfect timing. Timing. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go for the 2-peat. Then after that, we're gonna go for the 3-peat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I put my tactic out there, but you can't. For me, I got the eyes for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Only I got the eyes. But you can take the tactic if you want. Go with the youth. Take like half your team, rookies, sophomores. You golden. They don't get hurt. They balling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man.
Hey, big shout out to Olu, man. Next year, we know definitely not to get AB high ass to pick the draft order. We're going to pick somebody more competent. He's going to adhere to the list, maybe in alphabetical order, and I won't be last. And I'm going to maneuver around so Chris and Olu don't get their young guys. But shout out to the Rookie of the Year, Olu. Shout out to you guys for another week of listening into us at Sandbox Sports Podcast. And we'll see y'all again next week, man. We love y'all. Bow.